In anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb.
One. Don't you feel dumb? Two. Look at you. Three. Don't you ever make no jokes about me behind my back, otherwise I stomp you in the ground.
Woo! So Jake Paul just beat Tyron Woodley.
What?
Seriously. That really just happened.
What?
He beat Tyron Woodley. In a split decision.
What?
In what some might say is a fixed fight. I don't know. Verdict isn't in yet on that one. I'm calling Bravo Sierra myself, but that just happened. And everybody was doubting him and making fun of him. And who's laughing now? At the end of the day, he gets the last laugh because he just beat Tyron Woodley. Now, would it surprise me if he paid him off?
Woo!
No. But he's got the bragging rights.
Woo!
So does Deonna Purrazzo for winning the NWA Women's title, and Trevor Murdoch for winning the men's title. I bet you they were laughed at, told they couldn't do it. But they kept grinding and did it. Don't you feel dumb? But now that NWA is making some noise again, I think it's time that old TK pays the favor after they've been taking a lot of their talent. I think Trevor Murdoch should show up on Impact, should show up on Dynamite or Rampage, and defend that NWA title. Let's get that belt a bigger look. And the craziest thing is, I say it in almost every video, I stopped watching for a good 10-year span before CM Punk brought me back. But that whole 10-year span, the whole Ruthless Aggression era or whatever, I called the Lance Cade era. Because I saw his name one day, because I believe he died, and I had no fucking clue he was on the roster. And Trevor Murdoch was part of that era. And I'm sure people would tell him, you're not going to make it. It's not going to happen for you. And it didn't in WWE. And he's been gone for a long time. But he kept doing it. And kept at it. And now look at him. Don't you all feel dumb? And speaking of dumb, who was in charge of okaying Ric Flair's promo?
Woo!
Because the entire thing, he just kept praising WWE and their performers and the owner of that company.
Can you deal with that?
On NWA television time. On pay-per-view. It's kind of silly. I don't know if Ric Flair is losing all his faculties, or if that was an orchestrated plan. But that was just not a good look. I mean, is he going to do the exact same thing when he inevitably pops up on AEW Dynamite?
Woo!
Because I don't think Tony Khan's going to like that at all. You know what I think should happen? I think Ric Flair should show up on Dynamite with Trevor Murdoch talking about that's the real world's champion. The NWA champion. I mean, you spent months putting over Impact. It's time to put over NWA. You took Ricky Starks, you took Thunder Rosa. I want to say Chris Statlander. Powerhouse Hobbs. You took a bunch of their talent. I think it's right, you only pay it forward. Get their world champion on TV in a program or two. Put their company over.
What a story, Mark.
With the talent that AEW has, there's no reason a CM Punk or a Daniel Bryan couldn't show up on NWA and challenge for the world title.
Woo!
There's no reason Trevor Murdoch or Nick Aldis couldn't show up on Dynamite and compete for the TNT title. Because the way I see it, the way it's been going, the way it looks like they all might be getting together to do like a big supercard.
What?
To compete against WrestleMania. I'm telling you, remember this.
What?
I'm thinking it'll be Impact, NWA, Ring of Honor, and AEW, plus New Japan. And they're all gonna focus on one big supercard.
Hey, yo!
To compete against WrestleMania. It's gonna be a big cross-promotion wet dream. Because you got Billy Corgan doing NWA. He's obsessed with old school wrestling in the territory days.
Woo!
You got Tony Khan, who's a mark.
What?
Who put the Elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Cody Rhodes as executive vice presidents. Cody is obsessed with trying to follow in his father's footsteps, and he's trying to bring it back to the old school territory days. It's only logical. Makes sense. Could be wrong, but that's how it seems like it's going. And unfortunately, it's not going as smoothly in my quest to get Miro's theme song to be Push It to the Limit. Because, alas, it still is not Push It to the Limit. So, if we could, let's try to get that hashtag going. Push it to the limit for Miro. Or let's tweet Tony Khan. Give Miro Push It to the Limit, because I swear that is the perfect theme song for Miro. And if you've never heard it, I suggest you go to YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music, anywhere you can get streaming music, and look at Push It to the Limit. And while you're doing that, pushing it to the limit, push that like button, push that subscribe button, push that share button. And hey, while you're at it, why don't you leave a comment? We're friends now.
Can you deal with that?